Good day, family, and welcome all. My name is Fidel Quesada, and I'm here representing E4FC, Educators for Fair Consideration. We are a nonprofit organization whose main mission is to empower and educate the undocumented community in their path to success. Today, we'd like to introduce a whole new branch in our program called E4U, Educators for You. In this series of web episodes, we will be going over all the major concepts, laws, updates, and many more things, all concerning our community, the undocumented youth in America. And without further ado, let's begin. Family, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, or DACA, has represented many different things for our undocumented community living inside of the United States. A light of hope, a blessing, an alternative answer, a temporary solution, a big roll of duct tape in the broken wall that is our immigration system. But what exactly is DACA? Well, folks, a little history. In June 15, 2012, President Barack Obama announced a plan to finally assist the undocumented community. This plan, however, was not a law or even a regulation, because we live in a democracy in which every single law, even the most reasonable ones, have to be accepted by even our tia choncha before it goes through. This was not a long-term solution either. However, it did represent a huge step forward for our community. This program, DACA, currently represents a way for undocumented young people to legally reside in the United States. Meaning, if you qualify for DACA, have submitted your application, and have gotten accepted by the USCIS, then you can live free of worry from deportation. Unless you really mess up. Also, one can petition for a social security number, a federal photo ID, as well as work authorization. Apart from that, DACA also provides its recipients with benefits such as Medi-Cal and even the opportunity to travel abroad. Check out our website or our future videos for more information on that. Also, the opportunity to get a driver's license, depending on your state. However, the question still remains, how do I get DACA? Well, there are certain steps one must take if they qualify and wish to apply for DACA. First, the applicant must collect all of their documents that serve as evidence for the application. Next, there are 3 applications that must be filled out. These applications serve as the DACA application, the employment authorization document, as well as the employment worksheet. These forms must be completed and shipped alongside the evidence to the USCIS, who also provides these forms. Once you have all of these documents, make sure you put them in an envelope and ship it to the correct address, with a total of $465 fee that is required for the application. And remember, this is an investment. Once everything is shipped, it turns into a simple waiting game. However, if you fill out the optional G1145 form, you will get e-notifications on the status of your application. If all goes well, you will be notified to schedule a biometrics appointment where they will take the images of both your fingerprints and your beautiful faces. And that is where the finish line is finally reached. Days after, you should receive your nice USCIS card and can proceed to exercise all the benefits that we mentioned before. But that is not it. As you may have noticed, I keep mentioning a couple of requisites which must be met by the applicant if they wish to be accepted for the program. These requisites are the base for knowing if a person should or should not apply for DACA. We do, however, highly recommend that you talk to a reliable attorney if you don't feel 100% comfortable or if you feel like you don't meet all the requisites for DACA. First, the applicant must have arrived in the United States before the age of 16. Apart from that, the applicant must have resided in the United States continuously since June 15, 2007. They must have also lived in the United States without lawful status, meaning no papers, prior to June 15, 2012. Also, the applicant must be either enrolled in school, have graduated from high school, or obtained a GED. Also, the applicant can be either an honorably discharged veteran of the Coastal Guards or the Armed Forces of the United States. Sadly, there is also an age minimum and cap. The applicant must be under the age of 31 as of June 15, 2012, but also be at least 15 years of age at the time that they submit their application. Lastly, the applicant must have been present in the United States on June 15, 2012, the date when DACA was announced, and that you possess a clear criminal record, meaning no felonies, no significant misdemeanors, and that you are not considered a threat to national security. All this information and more can be found in our website or in the governmental website provided by the USCIS. However, we cannot emphasize enough that if you don't feel like you qualify for all the mentioned requisites, do not disqualify yourself. Talk to a reliable attorney or even our legal services team. By following the link below, you can take an anonymous online Dreamer intake in which we can tell you if it is convenient or not for you to apply for DACA. But for those of you that still have a sense of fear applying for DACA, remember that the USCIS has stated that we are only concerned with deporting those who possess a threat to national security or have committed fraud on their application. So if you meet all the requisites and have a clear criminal record, then it's very unlikely for them to come after you, which they won't. Lastly, we'd like to emphasize on clarifying exactly what DACA is, because although it does represent an immense amount of new benefits for its recipients, almost like a blessing, the Deferred Action is not an amnesty. It is not the federal DREAM Act. It is not the California DREAM Act either. It's not any way of legal status or even a path to citizenship, although we're hoping it'll become that. As of today, DACA still remains as a temporary solution for a long-term process. That's the reason why we encourage you all to stand together, to get involved, and to make sure that one day a permanent solution can become a reality. Since, like all the other important changes, DACA was not a decision that was made overnight. DACA was a result of the long-term years of struggle and movement led by the Dreamers. And that was it for this video. Thank you for watching. My name is Fidel Quesada, representing E4FC. Remember to check out our future videos and our website in the link below, where we will continue to try to help and educate our community in their path to success.